Hi, this is Judge Desire for Knowledge. Welcome to my show here on this beautiful day outside um, of my other home. Either way, this will be part one of traffic violations, and we wanted to make this fun, so I'm not just going to go in and talk to you about the filings only, but just different aspects as to things that people do not understand with traffic violations and traffic court. And hopefully, I can influence you to do better um, when you go into a courtroom or an actual parking violation, which I don't know too much about parking, but there are courts upstate that do have traffic court, actual traffic courts. The city's an administration court believed to act like a traffic court, but it is not an actual courthouse. Those are hearing officers, they're not judges. So you need to actually get up to speed on the different, you know, ways of terms of legal terms and what we call layman terms. And so I'm here to present that to you. And hopefully, this part one is not going to be too long. I just want to give you an opening on the traffic violations. Then I'll come back with part two traffic and city code violations. So for now, certain things that you don't know with suspended licenses that are criminal. We'll start with that. Are DWI, which people know are criminal. If your license registration is actually not, if your insurance lapses, your registration can be actually suspended, which actually makes it a misdemeanor, which you can be arrested for if you don't know. So, just getting to that part. Same thing with a license, suspended license. You can be arrested for that as well. Yes, they have the right to arrest you with a suspended license. You don't pay your tickets, you don't go to court. Unfortunately, the whole ideal is to get paid. The system wants to get paid for your violating their laws. So, if you realize that by paying or disputing it is better than just leaving it alone and not doing this, taking the steps to do the right thing. So also, I'd like to talk to you about boating while boating while under the influences is a BWI as well. This is not a traffic violation actually, but it is still what we call, what did we call it? You're moving a vehicle, so it has something to do with traffic. And if you're doing it under the influence, you also can be arrested for that. It's called BWI. I have notes here, so I'm just going to look at my notes because there's so many things that I want to go through, but I don't want to go through too much in this time. I'm wearing my shades because I'm outside having a good day out. Sunday, getting ready to grill, as that's my second passion. And so I just wanted to bring back to you, let's see. Um, Speeding and the points. I think I'll do that the next time. Uh, okay, so basically, want you to know that traffic offenses, if you plead guilty, can also be a conviction on your license. Depending on if it's a criminal or a traffic violation, it will be either way, it becomes a conviction and it showed up on your records, the DMV record. And sometimes people who are employed where they will check your record, this is not a good thing. You're not going to want to plead guilty. You're going to want to fight your ticket, basically because tickets carry points. Non-point tickets are deemed light bulbs, you know, um, headlights out is no points. Seatbelt. I believe now they have points on seatbelts. Let me just check. Yeah, they do. Wait, no, there's still no points, but I'll double check that for the next show. But there are stuff, speeding has a variation of points. So you can start with the lowest points to the highest point being, I believe, 11. If you get 11 points, I believe that's 30 and over. Oh, I'll find out. I do have the information. I just wanted to prep you guys for the next show, which I will have all that information for you. But after 11, you are redeemed that they can actually take your license from you. So you want to be ahead of yourself and make sure that you're not pleading guilty to everything, unless it has no points and you have a choice to do so. But I've had people, funny joke that came into the court one time, and it really makes me laugh. I know people don't have the actual, lingo for the court, but it's really funny, some antics. One is, I caught a ticket. No, no, you didn't catch it, babe. No, you received a ticket. So make sure you're speaking properly. You get more respect that way. But some people, they don't know proper terms, but you don't have to know legalese. You just have to be yourself. Go out there, do your job right, confirm, verify information, watch what you're signing, because anything you sign will be held against you in the court of law. So we're live, starting again. I wanted to apologize for my voice because I had surgery in my thyroid, so I haven't been able to get my voice back correctly as I want, but I'm working on it. So, as I stated, we do have, this is traffic part one, and we do have situations where people can be arrested for things that they thought they couldn't be arrested for, which I mentioned. One is suspended license, one is suspended registration. DWI, everyone knows you can get arrested depending on, they can prove that you are under the influence, and DUI as well. And a lot of other things I'm going to discuss in the next part two. I'm trying to make this traffic, but quasi criminal at the same time. Quasi meaning sort of, but not actually criminal. It will be, you can be fined or issued a violation that's considered criminal. So that's kind of like quasi criminal. So I just wanted to explain that part too as well. Also, we're talking about other issues that come up in traffic, which was the points, which can actually have you not only paying assessment fees for a year or so just to retain your license, but it's not smart pleading guilty on anything with speed. Some courts, most courts, real courts, justice system allows you to plea it down with a guilty plea, and that is not a criminal offense when you're pleading guilty on a traffic violation. If you are not able to prove your case, then you need to plead guilty for a lesser charge with no points, which is very smart. Now, if you plead guilty and you have no proof, I'm sorry, not guilty and have no proof, you're going to end up with the points. So we tell everyone all the time that, but people do not listen, and this is why things go out of character, and people come back angry about how they didn't know, blah blah blah. But we're the justice system, we're going to tell you everything. Now the parking, I'm not sure how that works, but the administrative traffic in New York City, because I'm only doing laws for New York State, that's where I worked, that's where I work at. And so the New York City officers that give you tickets, you will be going to an administrative traffic adjudication office. So they play the court like they are. They're not. They're hearing officers, and what they do is they don't get plea bargain with you at all. I'm understanding it's really hard for them to give you any break, so you end up with points anyway. I would still plead guilty and then tell them, this is not an actual courthouse and you're a hearing officer and you have the right to be able to be plea bargain to something with less or no points. Do it in a nice respectable manner. Maybe that will work. I don't get tickets, so I don't know if it would work in the adjudication office, but it does work in the court. All right. So if you know your stuff or you don't, check me back here on Judge Desire for Knowledge, and I'll try to give you all the information I know. We're going to talk about traffic. Part one is now. Part two will be later. We'll get into family court, evictions, and all of the above in every court I've ever worked in. So I'm going to bring the experience to you. And at the same time, we'll have a good time. If you have suggestions, questions that you want to hit me up, email me or put it here in the box below. But subscribe, like, and share. And I'll be able to give you the knowledge that you need. That's who I am, Judge Desire for Knowledge. So join back the next time. Not sure when, but hopefully soon. I will send part two out. Ciao now.